Saturday, September 30th. And this morning we are enjoying some coffee and some pastries. And we're about to head out to Galena, Illinois for a hike, possibly tomorrow. Today we're going to look at the town and check out the sights. And then tomorrow morning we'll get up and we'll do like a 6-mile hike and just continue training for next year's PCT restart, especially for me. And it'll be a start for my wife, Stella. And we are still trying to get some equipment tested and see what works, see what doesn't work, and get comfortable with it all, you know, because you got to get comfortable with your backpack and get to become very familiar with it, because you know these backpacks have so many compartments. You don't want to be putting something somewhere and then be looking for it in the middle of the night like I was last month, and when you need it like right away and you can't find it because your backpack is all full of all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so we're on the road now to Galena. The reason I wanted to go to Galena was because as a boy I had marched in downtown Galena twice with the Boy Scouts. We had a drum and bugle corps, and we marched twice downtown Galena for parades out there. It was pretty nice, and I remember the town, and I've always wanted to go back. And
if you ever get close to a human and
I'm sure there's a lot of old buildings here. Go back into the 1800s. That's a cabin right there, probably for the old security guards that would guard his property. This is Galena. We finally made it. We're going downhill. You can see the traffic jam that's here. People trying to get into downtown. It's 12 o'clock, 12:15 p.m. and it's just about lunchtime, and everybody is headed into Galena, downtown Galena, because it's kind of like a downtown Naperville, but just a little bit bigger and a lot more to see and do. Look at these rock walls here. Very nice. They had to actually carve them out to make this road many years ago, I'm sure. A lot of the buildings here were made in the early 1800s when Illinois was a brand new state, and Ulysses S. Grant actually built his home. We just went past it a little bit ago. And so Galena was built around the Galena River, and the Galena River, like within a mile or two, feeds right into the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is actually down this road for about maybe a mile, maybe half a mile to a mile, and it feeds right into that Mississippi River. So there's a lot to see and do in this town, and you can see the amount of traffic that people are putting up with just to get over there and try to catch the last bit of summer and do something. Get out there, put a backpack on and go camping. Do it. Okay, see you later. Well, here is a statue of Ulysses S. Grant. I forget what number president he is, but there's the man. There's the myth. U.S. Grant. His hometown of Galena. I know the guy who painted this gazebo. When I told the lady who told me that her husband painted it, I said, I'm gonna tell my wife that I know the guy that painted that gazebo, and she's gonna say, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't. You see the shadow on this sundial with where it's standing right now with the shadow? It shows 3:30 in the afternoon and it's 3:35, so it's off about 5 minutes, but it's probably correct. It's just that you can't really tell because the dial isn't completely accurate. Pretty slick. I've never seen a sundial that's that accurate or even close to the right time, but it's real close. Are you good?
Go down?
We got to go that way. This is one of the cannons that they use, I think, during World War I.
How do we get down there?
We got to go down the hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Go where?
It's a Krupp howitzer.
I told Megan, like, you know, there was a day that I did not yell. Oh, and now I left you.
Unbelievable. Look at this thing. It's got a bunch of junk inside of the cannon, but I'm sure this thing could be operable again. World War II weapon of destruction.
Yeah, before that other gets
Is that a young Rebecca?
It's a young lady. Let's go, Riri. Let's go.
All right, we're good. All right, competitors, remember, the dark nose has to be behind this line. Up on the other end, receivers, make sure you're behind your line. We wait for Mr. Seabank to get set. Jim, whenever you're ready. Competitors on. Jim's whistle. Here we go. We'll let the judges decide. They're on the line.
What should I hand you?
I think the brown dog one.
You came back again, you never meant to stay. Now I've got a heartache, I'm gonna be. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Now I got a heartache, I'm gonna be. I know I can't wait.
We just walked up the mountain. No big deal. I'm barely winded. But look at that town.
Nice.
Multi-layer buildings. Different levels of the hill. And then here's the river. There's a lot of fish in that river. But I wouldn't eat it. Anyway, we're headed back to the campsite. So we had to kick off a campfire and see if we can roast our weenie. Oh no. Well, we made it to the campground and this is our little campsite. I just started putting the tent together, but I wanted you to see how it's put together. And so it's laid out here, and what's going to happen is these little cross poles are going to be put together, and they're going to be stretching across the tent this way, and they're going to form an X across the tent like this, and they get held in each corner by little pockets, little strap pockets. These are the strap pockets right here. And when I stand them up, they're gonna lock into place, and the tent will go up like that. But yeah, so this is the campsite. There's the car. Snuggles is getting the car all unpacked. Snuggles? Honey, we got to get you a trail name. And we're going to get set up. This is the fire pit. We'll get a fire going. And we're pretty much all alone in this area. There's another tent back over there. But otherwise it's real nice over here. Nice and quiet. There's some buildings, like some townhouses over there, but still we're kind of in a corner where it's pretty much really unpopulated, except for that little area right there. That must be a new subdivision they just got through building, but it's pretty nice and quiet. And so let me get this tent finished and you'll see what it looks like once I am done with it. Okay, signing off for now. See you later. Okay, so it only took me about, altogether, I think 5 to 10 minutes, nothing much more than 10 minutes, but it's all put together. And we already have the pads in, sleeping bags have to go in, but that's the tent. 1, 2, 3, zip, zip, zip. And I can see I made a mistake in one of them, because these poles have to be in those loops, and they didn't go in there. That side did, but this side didn't. And neither did this side. That side did. So I got to fix that. And we'll get it fixed, set up right. But I got to get that done and get the campfire going. But it should be really nice tonight. We should see a lot of stars. And it's going to drop down to maybe in the 50s. Good sleeping weather. We got some cold beer skis and we got some food, so we're set. I got the speaker, we can play some music, and it's like freedom. It's gonna be nice. I like it. And I think our neighbors are on the way over here. They're coming, so good thing I didn't start doing my business anyway. Okay, well, we got the fire going and the sun is about to start going down, as you can see right there. We probably have about another 20 to 25 minutes of sunlight left. Got the fire going. Stella's in the tent already. And I'm ready to start chilling out.
You want to move the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little lake over there, like a little pond. We can take a look at that later. And I'm wondering if any other people are going to want to join us, because we got a magical spot here. We got oak trees over here. We have maple trees. We have all kinds of tinder for fire. And we got some cold beer skis
Here, let's bring this over here.
in the cooler. And so we're gonna bring this picnic table a little closer. It isn't tied down, is it?
No, just gotta pick it up. It's heavy.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pick this up now. Oh my God. We got the campsite all set up, and then the music going, campfire going. Oh my God. We're just jamming over here. We got the cold beers chilling. We got the whole place to ourselves. Watcha. We even have oak trees, Ida.
Where?
Oak trees. There's like 5 of them over there, 6 or 7 of them. And we have all this beautiful grass. We could either play frisbee or just
We didn't bring any frisbee.
catch or anything. We'll just play catch the bottle. So yeah, man, pretty nice. Sun's about to go down, and tomorrow we're gonna do maybe a 6-mile hike. I'm hoping to get maybe a little bit more, maybe 8-mile hike, but we'll see. I think we have plenty of water in the area. We'll be able to filter any if we need to. We're self-sufficient, living off the land, and the land is appreciating it. We have some visitors way back over there, over the hill. There's like 4 motorcycle bikers, and they're going to be setting up some tents. Either that or just sleeping on the grass, I don't know. Some people cowboy camp out here. Cowboy camping is when you just lay out the sleeping bag and you just sleep out on the grass looking at the stars. So that's cool too. I did that in California. That was real nice. Unbelievable stars. I saw millions of stars. And I got to see the sunrise. It was beautiful. So right now we're in this campground that's right next to
Walmart.
a breakfast place, and on the other side is a super Walmart. But it's so far away that we can't really see it that much. I think we're in a really good spot. I didn't want to be too close to that area over there because we're going to catch a lot of that light. And I think we got a really good spot here because we have oak trees. Yeah, so there's 2 men and 2 women bikers, and they're getting set up over there with their tents. That's cool. We have plenty of water, we have plenty of food. We have our vehicle. No rain forecasted, no snow forecasted. We're gonna be kicking it. Matter of fact, if we really want to, we can run back into town and do whatever we wanted to do if we wanted to. But I think we're just gonna chill for tonight, get some rest, and then get an early start tomorrow, putting in some miles. But for now, I'll let you go.
We're doing a 0 right now.
We're doing a 0 right now.
And maybe we'll catch some trail magic.
I don't know about this place, but I'll go ahead and sign off for now, and we will catch you guys back in the morning. All right, bye. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's Sunday morning. We've been up about an hour already, and we're just cleaning up. We're gonna go have some breakfast, and then we'll come back. We'll tear it all down and get on the trail and try to get some miles in. So beautiful night. The night was real cold. Not real cold, but it was crisp. It was chilly. We heard a lot of coyotes out here. Saw the sky full of stars. It was a clear sky. And otherwise, we slept really nice in this little tent we have here. It's a 2-person tent, dome tent. And I ended up sleeping okay. And I think your mom did too. So it's all nice. Sun's up. Everything's warming up. And we'll be getting on the trail here shortly.
Morning. Good morning.
Okay, so I'll sign off for now. And oh, last night we had like 4 bikers, motorcycle guys, you know, and show up on the other side of the pasture that we're on. They set up a couple of tents, and I saw later it was actually 2 guys, 2 girls doing their own camping. They were pretty quiet, no big noises or nothing like that, so they were okay. And we enjoyed our campfire, and they had a campfire of their own, bigger, but it was all good. All right, so we'll talk to you later. All right, bye. Morning, everybody. Well, we're on the trail now. Still behind me. And on this trail, we had to actually hike 2 miles from the campground back into the town of Galena, and because that's where the trail starts. So we just left the truck over there, and now we're just heading to the river where the trailhead is at. But coming through the town, you have to go downhill, and so as you can see, we're going downhill all the way into the river valley, and we're passing all these little quaint homes. Some of these homes were built in the 1930s, 1940s, all throughout the decades. You can see some that are brand new and some that are really old. But it's a nice town. I like Galena. As I mentioned, when I was a boy, I was in the Boy Scouts, and we camped out here somewhere nearby. I think it's a little further east of the town. And we were in a parade 2 years in a row, and we played in our bugle and drum corps. It was a pretty good time. I remember it. I remember that time of my life as being real nice. My first instance of camping and hiking, because we hiked quite a bit up and down some mountains, not mountains, but tall hills. But yeah, so here's one of the streets over here. Here's one of the older homes. Nice looking. And some of these houses are built right on the hill. And they use the local resources of the area, like these rocks, to build like a fence for their house. And then others use like concrete to build a retaining wall to hold all the sod and dirt into their front yard, front lawn. Anyway, so once we get closer to the river, I'll come back and start from there. All right. Well, we made it to downtown Galena, and here's the town. That's a little restaurant called Campeche where they serve Mexican food. And it looks like this building had a fire, tore up its roof. But look at those buildings way up there. They're built on a hillside. It's one big river valley. And then this is the levee that they built to retain the river when it overflows its banks. Yeah, it's a nice little town. That's the river down there. It's a slow moving river unless it rains. Then it's rushing to the Mississippi River. Very cool. We're going to cross that bridge up ahead and get to the other side where the trailhead is at, and then go from there. We'll be going south for about 3 miles and then 3 back. So, later. Okay, so we're on the trail now. Starting at that bridge, that was the trailhead. Here's the trail. There's Honey. Is that a side trail? A natural spring? Wow. That's if you want to go grab some water. It's a natural spring, but it's probably coming out of that river. Oh, so this trail turns into a concrete pathway? What the? That's not roughing it.
That's another trail over there.
No, it's just taking you to a little water spout. That's a side trail right there that probably goes to the river. We're going into this tunnel. Ooh, spooky.
Danger.
Ooh. Boy, that's a rusty bridge, huh?
That's probably why they put this here.
Hey,
This is where
Whoa.
we're gonna take our zero.
what?
This is where we're gonna camp out.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
does it go? When they camp out in the cement, where
Well,
do
what?
they?
But what happens if it gets flooded in there? Oh, look at this weird tree.
I made my goal already. It buzzed me that I made my goal.
Oh, you did? 10,000?
No, 75.
75? You got to go up to 15,000. That's your goal.
I don't know how to set it to put like.
So going uphill, this is a trekking pole time. That's how you use a trekking pole when you're going uphill. When you're going downhill, go like this. So yeah,
Walk 3 miles.
this is the Galena Trail. This is a natural wetland so that the town doesn't flood. But this should flood before the town floods. It's a big space where water can collect. And here's the trail. We found it. The leaves are starting to turn orange and yellow. Many of them are hitting the ground already. See how it's falling like snow up ahead? Pretty cool. So, what do you think, honey? You've already passed 3 miles.
Pretty good.
How do you feel?
Feeling good.
All's good. No spiders?
Spiders.
No rain, no nothing. Alright guys, well, we reached our turnaround point. So we'll be able to complete a little honeybee just landed on the camera. I had to blow him off. But we just came up 5 miles, and so going back 5, that's 10. That's our goal for today, 10 miles, a complete round trip. So we're gonna turn around, but I wanted to show you, this is the Galena River that's right by Galena, the town of Galena. And it makes its way all the way over here as it's flowing to the Mississippi. And so there's the trail, and there's my wife. We'll head back to town, grab some lunch, and go get our truck, and then head back home. All right, talk to you later. Nice river. We've been climbing uphill for a few minutes now, and I'm telling you, it's tough. Sometimes walking backwards helps because you use different muscles, but luckily this starts leveling off here in a little while, and it'll be much easier. But we really only have like another mile to go, and then we'll be back at our truck and back on the road to go home. Look at that tree, it's nice. Beautiful red colors. Yeah. Wild sea oats here growing in somebody's front lawn. It was designed that way. And darn tree. That's the problem with the trees. You know, when you're in the forest, you can't see the forest because of the trees. Yeah, it's easy to get winded going uphill. So you just have to like go up a little and then take a break.